Washington Wizards. This franchise debuted in 1961 in Chicago, and if you're a longtime subscriber of the channel, you'll know I did a video where I tackled this team's very short tenure here. The original name was the Chicago Packers. This is not a joke, that's what they went with. They even sported navy and orange like the Bears. Do I even need to explain why the name was so unpopular? They changed to the Chicago Zephyrs in 1962 and swapped the orange with gold, but the team was never popular as Chicago had yet to become the basketball city that it later would be, not even having Walt Bellamy or Don Nelson help draw in the local populace. The team moved to Baltimore in 1963 to become the Baltimore Bullets. The name came from the Phoenix Shot Tower in Baltimore, and for those that don't know what a shot tower is, like me, it's how gun ammunition used to be made and traces back to 1782 in England. Basically, you pour molten lead from the top inside the tower, and then the droppings land in water at the bottom and eventually hardens to solid lead balls. Needless to say, we'll come back to the name later. Their color scheme even brought orange back with the Baltimore move. The team would move again, but this time to Washington, D.C. and be renamed to the Capitol Bullets in 1973, though they changed their name to the Washington Bullets in 1974. It's here where we get the franchise's most recognizable look after changing to the American flag colors, hot off some trippy uniforms in their last days in Baltimore that screamed the 70s. The stripes went away in 1987, and a decade later, so did the name. The name was changed from Bullets to Wizards in 1997 because of the violent overtones of the name. And yet in Australia, where guns are outlawed, the NBL has a franchise named the Brisbane Bullets who are still playing to this very day, and they debuted in 1979. But even after canceling Bullets and holding a fan vote for a new name, Wizards still drew controversy because of Wizard being a rank in the KKK. Oops. However, the team remained the Wizards even after that bit of controversy, and even changed to the Capitals color scheme at the time of cobalt blue, bronze, and black. It was a decent look that lasted until 2011 when the Wizards made a modern remake of the Bullets' iconic stripe design that the team managed to keep after the Nike changeover in 2017. So how does it hold up? Well, I'll be honest, I didn't like the white association initially when Adidas first released this. However, I've gotten used to it and appreciate the attempt to take an old look that was of its time and bring it into the 21st century. Take note, Commanders. The red icon is also eye-catching, and I just love the shade of red that they use in general. I do like how for both of these, the stripes are alternated between the white and red jerseys, as those 70s jerseys were the exact same on the top half with different colored lower halves. So I'm glad they kept the main color consistent throughout while keeping the striped look. Their navy blue statement has changed from drab to a more exciting look for this year. It still sports the District of Columbia on the front, but we've traded red shoulders for 2 chunky red stripes on the body and the 3 stars from the DC flag on top. Honestly, this makes a better city jersey than most other city jerseys. I'm surprised they've only ever done one classic edition under Nike, which came in the 22-23 season. The cobalt blue era had more throwbacks, including a Zephyrs throwback, so what's the deal, Nike? Clearly it's proven putting bullets on something sells, just ask Mitchell and Ness. Now, remember Washington City jersey from last year and how it referenced fences? Well, they took that and made it white! Someone at Nike needs to be fired. This is pitiful. No one liked this design last year. What makes you think people will like it in white? Last year, brokerage firm Robinhood became the Wizards sponsor patch. This feels run-of-the-mill with the logo on top and company name on the bottom. It certainly doesn't stand out from the crowd, apart from the feather. So with Washington's design being over 10 years old, they landed decent. I enjoy them bringing back an old element from their franchise while still modernizing it, as red, white, and blue teams are a dime a dozen, so you have to stand out the best you can. Tomorrow we head down to Florida to examine the Miami Heat.